Hi, my name is Mary. Today FM plays the best music in Lambasa. Today FM rocks.
My name is Thomas. I'm here in Nakasi and I like to listen to Today FM because it rocks.
My name is Milenia. Today FM rocks here in Singatoka.
My name is Alfriti and Today FM rocks here in Tabwa.
My name is Mary Jane. I love listening to Today FM here in Ba. Today FM rocks.
My name is Ilaiti Ambal and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks here in Osur.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, devotees advised not to vote on religious or racial lines. Extension of Nosori Airport to begin soon. And SODELPA members deny rumours of party conflict.
From the studios of FBC Suba, Amrita Sagar.
The need not to vote along religious or ethnic lines is vital as it risks the unity that we as a society have built. This was served as a reminder by Prime Minister Bainimarama to devotees who were part of the Devi Puja celebration at the Mahadevi Temple in Nosori last night. Savara Tambor reports.
Hundreds of devotees at the religious gathering yesterday were reminded by the Prime Minister they will be approached by political parties and candidates to vote along their religious line or ethnicity.
It's backwards thinking. It's wrong. And it risks eroding the unity that we as a society have forged by working together.
Value-based organizations have been encouraged to work together with the government to better the nation regardless of our ethnicity, background or faith. The gathering saw devotees from Vudi, Korodiri, Kukumba Road and Lakena.
This unity reminds them to adhere to good thoughts and
feel very blessed and feel very nice, good about this occasion. As this is held once a year, I feel very fortunate to be part of this.
Prime Minister Bainimarama says religious activities build upon the foundation to create virtuous and harmonious population.
Congregation like yours here play an invaluable role in shaping our youth, instilling society with values and providing a higher purpose to our people.
Bainimarama also highlighted to the masses that working together is the best path to achieve harmony and progress. Sabera Tambua, FBC News.
Meanwhile, the Prime Minister has also confirmed during a Talanoa session last night, work on the Nosori Airport extension will begin soon. Bainimarama confirmed that a deal between the Itoke Land Transport, Airports Fiji Limited and the landowners has been finalized. However, the Prime Minister did not reveal the timeline of the work. FBC News understands some of the leases will be given through the TLTB and the rest through the Lands Ministry.
Just last week, I've heard that a deal has been set between TLTB and the landowners in AFL. So we should see to the commencement of some extension of Nosori Airport soon.
The Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea, Peter O'Neill, arrived in Fiji this afternoon for his first official visit since he was elected in 2012. O'Neill, with his 7-member delegation, received a state welcome with a 50-man guard of honor, followed by a full traditional ceremony. The 2-day official visit will see Prime Minister O'Neill addressing the Fijian Parliament tomorrow on the progress of preparations by his government for the hosting of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit in Port Moresby in November. Rumours and suggestions of disorder within the Social Democratic Liberal Party is obvious. However, party members are denying it. FBC News spoke to some senior members of the party, including leader Sitiveni Rambuka, and they all say the party allows members to raise their own opinion. Savara Tambua with more.
SODELPA claims to have the best chance of forming the next government. However, signs show mixed feelings among senior members leading up to the general election.
Whenever you have an opposing view, they call it differences. But political parties in any organization, you have disagreements, and I think political parties more so. And I think the party, SODELPA, has a lot of very intelligent people, very opinionated.
FBC News understands some members are not happy about the running of the party, but party leader Sitiveni Rambuka says members have the freedom to raise their opinion or an issue regarding the party.
It is a very good indication of the freedom of expression we have within the party. which we are trying to encourage the people to embrace as a characteristic of a democracy.
Questions have also been raised on the rapid rise of Linda Tambuya within the party. Tambuya told FBC News she deserves her spot in the party.
The acceptance of PDP into SEDELPA has been, those issues have been clarified and also ironed out with those members who really just wanted to exercise the right to be heard, and they were heard.
SEDELPA has indicated their need to form the next government. However, one will have to ask how this is possible when the foundation is currently in disarray. Sabira Tambua, FBC News.
Energy Fiji Limited's transformer at the Cunningham Road substation in Suva experienced technical failure last week, resulting in a widespread power outage. Chief Executive Hasmukh Patel says the temporary power outage affected central and western divisions of Viti Levu last Thursday. Rachel Nart reports.
The Energy Fiji Limited has sought the assistance of an Australian expert to determine the extent of damage sustained.
After we had completed all our testing, it was established that the transformer had been damaged and it required expensive repairs, and those repairs could only be carried out overseas. It's an 80-ton transformer. It's not a small transformer like we see upon power poles.
Residents in Viti Levu are being reassured they will not be affected by the failed transformer.
We want to assure all our customers that we have 2 such transformers located in Cunningham Road that supply the central division of Viti Levu. So we still have 1 transformer out there which is presently supplying our customers.
Hasmukh Patel says if the repairs are too costly, then the decision to buy a new transformer, which will cost $5 million, will be made.
We already have got in touch with many companies in Australia to find a replacement transformer or a new one, whether it's second-hand or a new one. We are still in talks, and hopefully by the end of this week we should be able to locate something.
The EFL is currently making arrangements to take the failed transformer to Australia for repair work, which could take at least 6 months. Rachel Narth, FBC News.
Still to come, FNPF tells real estate companies to pay up. And crushing at Lotoka Mill to stabilize this evening. Stay with us.
Bula, neva ngoma kay leloma, ngonga nakas ondo magrong ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Hoya ubasit sai sa Lambasa, ya ondo talita na warong ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Guya do tumeli ako na tao no hinga toka, talita kina na warong ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Wana tuma ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere nawaluan.
Na vengo fane na tao ngo singa toka, kito ondo talita ka ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
The Lotoka sugar mill is now fully operational after stoppages caused earlier last week. FSC's Chief Executive Graham Clark says there were some electrical and mechanical breakdowns. However, this has all been sorted. Clark says the mill has been stabilized and is now crushing 1,000 tons per shift. He affirms FSC will continue investing in the mill and expect the crushing to normalize by tonight, and the mill operations are being consolidated properly.
We have managed a couple of strategic investments over the last 2 years to improve performance. And, FSC remains committed to continuing with this as a long-term investment to replace redundant equipment and technology and to make the mill operate more efficiently for our requirements.
According to the Fiji National Provident Fund, real estate agents who do not comply with the mandatory 10% FNPF deduction payments backdated to 2012 will be taken to task. FNPF Chief Executive Chio Chikoroi says their legislation under the necessary FNPF deduction schemes are strict and if not adhered to can be costly for the companies. Catherine Krishna reports.
The legislation to paying FNPF deductions for all real estate sales agents has been in effect since 2012, and the FNPF is urging companies to pay the backdated amount or face the consequences.
Our legislation is quite stringent on what can be done. We can take directors to court, we can prevent them from going abroad, but we don't want to take those measures. We encourage these companies to understand the situation. So we encourage them to come and work with us.
Meanwhile, the president of the Real Estate Association, Vyasdev Sharma, says companies were not aware of the legislation, which is why FNPF deductions were not paid.
It came to the industry as a big surprise when, the real estate board wrote to us asking us to pay or to contribute towards the salespersons, employed by us or are contracted with our companies.
The FNPF says some companies have come forward to make payment arrangements and are encouraging other companies to do the same. Catherine Krishna, FBC News.
The Fijian Competition and Consumer Commission has received numerous complaints from landlords requesting the removal of the rent freeze. However, FCCC Chief Executive Joel Abraham has reiterated the freeze will remain in place as there's no proper rental legislation to govern the rental market. More on this with Catherine Krishna.
The rent freeze is in place to protect tenants and ensure rent is not increased and tenants aren't evicted without prior notice.
At this point in time, people must understand that it's not just a solution of saying let's remove the freeze. The freeze has been on for 10 years and what we need to do now is phase it out. And for phasing that out, the FCCC had advertised and said we want landlords to come in and register.
Meanwhile, the Real Estate Association says the rent freeze needs to be removed as it's affecting landlords received a correct value for their residential properties.
We look at the price, of the building material. The labor cost is too expensive these days in Fiji. This has increased drastically after the cyclone Winston.
The Commission is urging landlords to get registered as this will provide a basis on the state of their residential properties. It will also ensure the Commission to compile legislation that will enable the removal of the freeze. Catherine Krishna, FBC News.
6 people have won a Hisense air conditioner each following the Hisense FIFA World Cup promotion draw, which was held at the Courts mega store in Samambola today. Courts Fiji Director Marketing Anil Seniwaratne says they have been running the promotion from April and there has been great responses. Seniwaratne says another draw will be done at the end of this month. Find something you're passionate about and stay tremendously interested in it. That is the motivation for one of Overlau's bread suppliers. Our successful Fijian tonight features a 33-year-old Daniela Ravumbale who has a passion for baking, not for cakes, cupcakes or pies, but for bread for residents of Levuka. Akusita Tale with his story.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
In Rokuruku village on the west side of Overlau lives a passionate baker with dreams to be the lone bread supplier on the island. Daniela Ravumbale started his business in the village with only an oven bought by his mother after she realized he loved to bake.
The oven cost around $1,200 and I started with only 8 bread trays, but I have just recently bought more trays from Suva to add to the ones I already have.
Ravumbale bakes around 40 homemade bread a day from a small section of his kitchen, which he uses for baking, while the other half of the kitchen is used for other cooking purposes. He sells a loaf for $1 and uses a 10 kg flour for around 40 loaves.
I used to work at a hotel nearby and my job was to bake bread for the guests, and I had to leave that and go to Tavuini for a church mission. I came to visit my family during a New Year celebration and I was requested to stay back and bake for the people in the village.
The young entrepreneur has not let T.C. Winston hold his dreams back after his home was damaged by the Category 5 cyclone 2 years ago. He rebuilt his home, to which now sits a Rokuruku-based bakery that is now supplying bread to villagers in Overlau.
One of the biggest difficulty here is finding employment, but once I started my business, things have been going really well. Most people underestimate the power to start a business by yourself, but you should take the risk.
His advice to the youth, especially Fijians living in rural areas, is to never allow the place you live in determine your future or alter your dream.
Many people tend to shy away from running their own business just because they live in the village. That should never be the case. You should reveal your talent, whether it be sewing, farming or baking, because once your business flourishes, so will the money. I always used to hear people in the village say they don't have money, But when my bread business started, money was flowing in from every corner.
The sole trader hopes to buy more oven and bread trays to cater for the growing demand from the villages. Ravumbale also plans to extend his business to supply bread to all the villages on Ovalau. Akusita Tale, FBC News.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Up ahead in sports, Fiji Under 7s departs with a mission to the Rugby 7.
Dola, I am Eleanor. For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singatoka. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Seni Rawa. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Koroko, Singatoka. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, my name is Marida. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outrigger, Singatoka.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Fiji Airways Fiji Under 7 side is going to the US with a mission to take down 2013 semi-finalist Spain in its opening Rugby Sevens World Cup this month. The women's side departed the country last night, anticipating a crucial opening match. Melita Vanga reports.
The Fiji Under 7 side, who finished 9th in the 2013 World Cup, know their first encounter with Spain will be a tough one.
Spain in front of us, not looking ahead. We want to beat Spain, and we got to get out there as a team, play as a team, and play well to beat Spain.
Coach Ilyas Atanibulo says the players have transitioned well in the build-up to the World Cup and hopes this will be an advantage to their side.
And the response from the girls has been huge. I guess in the back of everyone's mind, knowing it's the World Cup. We went through some strenuous trainings and through the hills of Wailoku, so it was good to get out there and we could see the physical change in their body. So
utility-backed 23-year-old Miriam Nayomba Sali hopes to stamp her mark in her first World Cup outing.
Especially some of the big teams that we normally play against. We're hoping to make a difference in this World Cup tournament.
The Fijiana side has 11 days to prepare in San Francisco before they open their campaign against Spain on the 20th of this month. Melita Vanga, FBC Sports.
The World Rugby Women's 7 Series will now increase to 6 rounds in the 2019 series. This was after the World Rugby announced the schedule of the 2019 World Rugby 7 Series. The USA Rugby will be hosting the new opening round in Glendale, Colorado on the 20th to the 21st of October later this year. The 2019 series will be contested at 15 core men's teams and 11 core women's teams. The men's competition will again be contested across 10 rounds from November this year to June next year. Skipper Cup title holder Narongah will not rest until they defend the title again next weekend. The Stallions put on a classic performance yesterday in the semi-final where they outclassed Naitasiri 52 points to 19 on their home ground. Captain Rupeni Nasinga says Naitasiri taught them a few lessons where they will rectify before they play Suva in the final on Saturday.
A simple message: we have to play our own style of rugby and the outcome will be there. They taught us some lessons to improve on from next week.
The Skipper Cup final and the Vodafone Vanua Challenge final have now been confirmed for this weekend. The main Skipper Cup competition sees defending champions Narongah take on Suva in the final. And the Vodafone Vanua Challenge, Northland beat Yasawa 29 points to 19, while Tailevu defeated Lautoka 21 points to 20. Tailevu will now play Northland in the final. Meanwhile, in the under-20 division, Serua beat Ovala 18 to 17, while Nasinu hammered Yasawa 36 points to 20. Serua will now meet Nasinu in the final. And in the women's division, Malolo defeated Namosi 30 points to 27, while Suva hammered Nandi 59 points to 14. Malolo will face Suva in the Women's Skipper Cup final. The venue of these matches are yet to be confirmed. England will finally march into the FIFA World Cup semi-final after 28 years following their 2-0 win over Sweden in the third quarter-final match this morning. This was England's second win in a knockout match in a major tournament since beating Ecuador in the last 16 at the 2006 World Cup. Croatia is the last team to seal a spot in the World Cup semi-finals after beating Russia 4-3 in penalty shootout in the last quarter-final this morning. The win has enabled the Croatians to meet England in the second semi-final. Meanwhile, the 2018 FIFA World Cup is nearing its business end, and with the quarter-finals done and dusted, the semi-finals and the much-awaited final awaits. The first semi-final sees France take on Belgium at 6 a.m. on Wednesday. The second semi-final will feature England and Croatia, where they will battle each other on Thursday at 6 a.m. The winners from both the matches will play each other in the final on the 16th of this month at 3 a.m. You can watch all the action live on FBC TV. Lambasa-based welterweight boxer Rakuro Ndoni-Vavana has indulged in a war of words to provoke his opponent ahead of the Seaside Boxing promotion this weekend. Ndoni-Vavana will be up against super lightweight champion Sebastian Singh in the charity fight and is ready to put on an exciting show in the ring. Melita Vanga reports.
Rakuro Ndoni-Vavana might be new to most Fijians in the ring, but he's out to make a name if he knocks out the sniper Sebastian Singh.
Sebastian, if you are watching this, I just want to tell you I'm ready to take you. And if you're thinking to knock me out, I'm right here, and we'll see in the ring.
The Lambasa-based boxer, nephew of former Fiji and South Seas welterweight champion Tevita Vakalalampure, says he hopes to complete 10 rounds.
Sometimes fluke happens, but I'm training for 10 rounds, and I won't say a knockout or nothing, but I'm going for 10 rounds.
Fiji Boxing Commission Chair Saram Bolotani says Rakuro is unpredictable as he's new to the sport.
He showed his class and skills against Ronald Naidu. He drew with Ronald Naidu last year, and he took Ronald Naidu to the wire in April this year.
There will be other 7 supporting bouts, 5 veterans, 2 women's, 2 kids and 2 Priscilla fights. The boxing promotion is to raise money to develop the 90 Seaside Boxing Club.
We came around to sponsor this event when Freddie approached us, being a charity event and bringing the community together.
The program is scheduled for Friday from 4:30 p.m. Melita Vanga, FBC Sports.
Fijian-born winger Tangailene Ravoro scored 2 tries to help the Waratahs hammer the Sunwolves 77 points to 25 in Sydney last night. This was the Waratahs' 3rd win by more than 50 points against the Sunwolves, and it is also the most points the Sydney Siders have scored in a Super Rugby match. In other matches, Chiefs beat the Brumbies 24 points to 19. Hurricanes hammered the Blues 42 points to 12. Bulls defeated the Jaguares 43 to 34, while Stormers won against the Sharks 27 points to 16. Cloudy periods with a few showers about the eastern and interior parts of the other larger islands. Lomaiviti and the La Group was experienced today. Elsewhere, it was mainly fine and cool at night. Taking a look in the west, it was fine today. However, cloudy conditions was experienced in Singatoka. Eastwards from Pacific Harbour to Suva, it was a cloudy day with a few drizzles during the day. And up north, quite muggy. Also, you can expect a cold night. At sea, southeast winds 20 to 25 knots and rough seas are expected. For the tides, high tide will be at 3:30 a.m. with low tide at 8:51 a.m. Sunrise is at 6:41. For tomorrow, it will be fine weather throughout the country to begin a great week ahead of us. And looking further on to Tuesday, there will be cloudy periods with some showers and few thunderstorms. Recapping the main stories, Devotees advise not to vote on religious or racial lines. Extension of Nosuri Airport to begin soon. And Sudelpa members deny rumours of party conflict. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question segment, this week we're asking, are you happy with the new initiatives announced in the national budget? You can visit our FBC website to answer. You can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FBC News, or you can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. And that was your FBC News for tonight. Until next time, good night.
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Lambasa.
I'm Soname Nasori Jackson. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm in Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Lambasa.
I'm Pritika from Jax Nasori. I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nasori. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.